Hello, my name is Nathan Reuter, and I'm currently the ICT coordinator slash facilitator at BIBS, an international bilingual school in Beijing, China. I've been teaching there for 2 years now, and I'm planning to return for a third year this coming fall, again as the ICT coordinator slash facilitator. As the ICT coordinator, I'm responsible for integrating technology into the curriculum where appropriate, as well as running skills and concept classes for all students K through 6. BIBS currently has an iMac lab with 22 machines reserved for use by students K to 3, and one laptop cart for 22 MacBooks for use by grades 4 to 6. I run a bi-weekly schedule, rotating teaching time between the lower and upper grades. My ICT class is contact time for teachers, which enables the teachers to make use of the skills and concepts covered in class during their on week. On their off week, the teachers use the time in the lab for students to begin or continue work on projects, conduct research, etc. I also run professional development for faculty on various Mac-related skills that are useful not only designing projects and assignments for their students, but also to increase their Mac proficiency. I'm a member of the school leadership team, which meets once a week, as well as the PYP curriculum committee, which is headed by the school PYP curriculum coordinator, who is in charge of the school curriculum. I am the general go-to tech guy at school for non-infrastructure issues, as we employ 2 in-house technicians, and I'm in charge of running media, projectors, AV equipment, etc., and I'm also in charge of all Mac technology in the building. This last year, I set up and ran the Stanford 10 online testing for all students grades 3 to 6. Since graduating from university, I've been involved with education in one form or another my whole professional career. I taught English for 2 years following graduation, 1 year in southern China at a local high school, and another year near Shanghai in the city of Suzhou at a private academy for students aged 10 to 60. I returned to the U.S. and was hired by then Center of Mobility, now Cardis, as a language specialist in charge of coordinating language training for businessmen and their families going abroad and or moving to the U.S. I also did cultural training for clients moving to China, given my extensive experience living in Asia. At IES Abroad, a study abroad provider to U.S.-based university students, I worked in the academics department as a program associate, working alongside the deans in all aspects of program development and operation. I moved to Beijing and worked as the Grade 4 ESL coordinator at BIBS, or BIBS, where I was then hired as the ICT coordinator / facilitator, a position I currently hold now. I have been using ICT-related items and systems since I was quite young. We had the first Atari personal computer, which predates the Commodore 64, at home, which at the time my father was using to explore its uses in the classroom. Back then he taught me some very simple programming on Visual Basic, and I was hooked. I was an early Microsoft OS user, but eventually defected to OS X. I am a proponent of Mac technology, especially for the use in the classroom, but still work to maintain my understanding and competency in Windows-based systems. As such, I am a proficient user in the use of various programs bundled in Microsoft Office, iLife, iWork, and I'm comfortable with graphic design editing tools such as InDesign and Photoshop. I've been experienced setting up and administering online standardized testing, and I'm also comfortable using Soundboard and doing sound editing from my days in college when I had my own radio show. When it comes down to it, I'm enthusiastic about technology and like to get my hands on and play with whatever I can. Receiving an advanced degree to further my abilities is a must for me. I am hoping to secure a position at a top-tier international school in the near future, and I'm eager to work in an institution that will allow me to learn and grow amongst the professional faculty and staff. Having worked in various highly mission-focused institutions previously, I can attest to the positive and collaborative atmosphere that a mission-driven academic institution can create, which demands its employees to excel and push the envelope. I am also interested in increasing my understanding of the concept of digital citizenship and passing that on to my students. I moved to Hong Kong when I was very young. My parents both accepted teaching jobs at Hong Kong International School, which I then attended K through 12. As a third culture kid growing up in Asia, I was profoundly impacted by the progressive education that I received at HKIS and from life in Hong Kong and my travels in general. I have lived in Asia on and off for a total of 19 years. I love to eat and I love to cook, and it's a way for me to relieve stress. I am certainly a fan of technology, but the small hipster in me also enjoys a good throwback. I am an avid collector of LPs and love my vintage stereo system, which is sadly packed up in the States at the moment, and listening to records. I consume music and movies en masse, and I read a lot of books, food blogs, magazines, and anything political or historical I can get my hands on. Living internationally, to me, has almost become an identity. I enjoy moving to new cities, learning new places, learning the ropes, and integrating as much as I can.